welcome back to the channel. In today's video we are staying at the Gran Destino Tower. We're just checking in, so I'm gonna give you guys a quick room tour. I've got an excited preschooler that is excited about our view, so we better go check that out.
Look,
oh my goodness!
The tower.
Yeah, so this is amazing. Yeah, you can see Epcot from over here.
Epcot right there.
And Tower of Terror, you're right. So we do have a parking lot view, but I don't know if we can get much better than this. This is great. I bet we could see fireworks too from here. Definitely. All right, let's do the quick room tour so that we can unpack our groceries. So I love the sliding barn doors because it gives a chance for the adults to get ready and not have to get ready in the dark and wake everybody up. It seems like we do not have a bathtub, so this is something that we're gonna have to work through with having a little one that's still a little bit scared of the shower, but they do have the handheld faucet, so I think we could work with that and that would be great. But just beautiful. I love and appreciate the glass doors. I always really love it. It just really looks elegant. And of course we have the formerly known as H2O products here.
Mommy, this is how I
I saw, baby.
Yeah, good.
Good.
I scream.
You scream?
Yeah. And every time we then we're trying to go private.
Okay. All right, so we have a double sink vanity. These sinks are kind of on the smaller side, but honestly, for us, it's totally fine. And it actually kind of gives it that vibe of if you're in Europe, you know, if you know what I'm saying. I really like it. A lot of, whatever. All right, so we have a super large mirror with the lighting.
Chocolate muffins.
Okay, we have to go find them. With the extra mirror here that they have in all resorts. We've got Kleenex. Now, what do we have for shelving space here? It looks like we don't have that much space, but there is space to put it in, but of course it's under the sink, so not crazy about that, but I do think we could work with it and we could put our like makeup bag here. And they've given us the mouthwash and the lotion, and you know, they've given us some of the deluxe products, so that is excellent. Most this is considered a moderate, but because we're in the tower, it's almost like you're getting that deluxe stay at a discounted price. So I think that's why we're getting a lot of the products. But I've been noticing in some of the Facebook groups that even like some of the All-Stars and Pop, they're actually getting the dispensers. They're actually getting some of like the dispensers put in, so I think they're going to be giving everybody soon all the lotion and all that, but for one you don't take home. So if you really like the products, you should think about bringing a trial size thing and scoop some up. Now back to the tour here. All right, so we have the little bathroom, and again with the little privacy door here. I always find these are a little bit tricky to get open, but it should be okay here. So you have the sliding door with the toilet. We've got extra towels here. Again, beautiful Spanish artwork. And the walkway, entryway is super large, so we have enough to put our stroller right in here.
Turn the TV off.
Okay, thank you. Okay. In here we have a steam iron. I was hoping for a steamer, but it's okay. And they usually always give us the extra pillow and blanket. We've got plenty of hangers. They do provide this in case you want to send out your clothes for dry cleaning. These are some of the prices if you're curious about staying here. And then the ironing board, and like I said, we do have the steamer. Yeah, we don't want to play with that, right? We had a incident on the cruise ship with the safe, so we don't do that. All right, so we have the luggage caddy, which we'll be using that in a second, and then we have a full-length mirror. Hello. All right, so then over here we have another little place to put your luggage or to sit down. And we have a Keurig in the room, which is nice. I almost feel like, are we missing some lighting here? Oh, there we go. So yeah, we have a Keurig, which is nice, and with the Joffreys, and they give you some green tea and English breakfast.
Mommy.
Of course, your ice bucket, and more additional space, which is nice here.
Mommy.
Yes, baby.
You know Toddlers have this slide and
They have a slide?
and down.
Now over here we have your temperature thermostat. We've got another full-length mirror over here. Now at almost I think all of the resorts here at Disney, they have the overhead lighting, which is nice. So if someone's sleeping and you're still reading, I don't know, we'll figure it out. So most of the resorts here at Disney have these overhead lighting, which is nice. So that way, if someone's sleeping, you could keep the lights off and just, you know, you could still, if you need to read or something, you don't need to disturb anybody. How does the bed feel? Extra comfy? What do you think? What do you think of the bed? All right, and then we have for plugs here, we've got 2 main chargers and we got the 2 USB ports here. We have the phone. We've got some drawers, which are kind of narrow. If you're able to see these, they're on the narrow side, but they're kind of on the narrow side actually. And one thing I love about the Disney beds now are they're starting to loft all of them, so you could slide your luggage right in there. Now, under here, I forgot to talk about this. This is the mini fridge. It is a beverage cooler. It's not going to keep your beverages, it's not going to be too cool. So just be careful with things like milk and yogurt and all that. And we've got a really nice leather chair here. Really nice detail on that. And definitely a lot of counter space. If you are working from home here, this is great. Again, with the nice overhead lighting. All right. Now, I think these are about the same size as the ones in the middle of the nightstand over there. But there should be plenty of room for a family to put their, well, depending how big your family is, but you know, to keep all your packing cubes in here. And then we have the garbage and recycling. And then over here is your friend, like your friend Alexa at home. It's a Hey Disney. Now it's always set to disabled. So, yep. So if you don't want, if you're like scared about the privacy, just know it always is set to do not disturb until you turn it off yourself. So
my feet.
Yeah, so now it should work. All right. Oh, and one thing I wanted to mention here. Okay, so we're on day 1. So they don't service your room every day with cleaning. I think at the deluxe they do, but we should be expecting some housekeeping on day 3. All right, so I think we can be expecting some housekeeping on day 3, but if you have like garbage or anything, you could always have them, or extra towels, you could always have them come in and get it. All right, and one thing I feel like this is missing, it would be amazing if they had some kind of like balcony, but this is okay. Like, you can't beat this view, and you know, this is nice despite the parking lot, but I think we did pretty well. Oh, can I get some light here? There we go. So this is our first time staying in the tower. We've actually stayed at the Village last year with my husband last February, and we loved it there too. That has, if you're looking for something that's a little bit more Disney-esque, you're gonna want to stay in the Village. All right, so the tower, there's not one thing in this room that has Disney on it. I think it's meant for, like, you know, more business conferences and whatnot. So if you're looking for something more Disney-esque for the kids, then I would definitely maybe consider staying at the Village part of it and not the tower. But the tower is honestly so beautiful, and there's so much room here. You're getting the deluxe feel at a moderate price, which is amazing. So that's just something to think about. But so far we just checked in, and we love it. I love it here. The only downside is you're gonna have to take a bus to get all to the parks. Yes. you're gonna have to take you're gonna have to take the bus, as opposed to if you you pay a little bit extra and stay at the deluxe, you'll get access to the monorail, the boats, or the Skyliner even. Well, you can even get the Skyliner at some of the value resorts actually, but that's the one thing that this place is missing, and it's huge. So if you are someone that's with somebody with a disability or older person, or maybe, I don't know, you just have an injury or something, you might want to consider staying at the tower here, because you're going to be close to everything. Whereas if you're in the village area, this is a huge resort, and it's going to be a little bit of walking. All right, so I think that's gonna about do it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed our room tour video, and if you're not already friends, go ahead and stick around and subscribe. We do a lot of room tour videos. We do all of our packing vlogs and all the things. So if you're interested in that kind of content, please stick around and subscribe, become our internet friends, and we'll see you in the next one, or at Disney. Oh, and give this video a like. It really does help support the channel. All right? Thanks for watching.
Bye!
Bye.
I've been all around the